Welcome back to United Games Authority. I'm Shade Hunter. Today, you get to ask the age-old question that I'll tell you in a minute. Let's get to it. Alrighty, by now, you have already seen the thumbnail, the title, so you already know this is probably built. Now, age-old question. Is stealth viable 7 days to... Well, there's 3 answers to that. 2 short answers and a long answer. If you guys want the short answers, I'll give them to you now, and you can just move on and let those other interested parties just hang out and discuss it and cuss about it, whatever. Short answer 1, yes, it's viable. Short answer 2, no, it's not viable. Third answer, it's complicated and depends. So, first we're going to go over the build itself that I think works really well. There are variations of it. I will probably end up bringing out variations later on. And I will be revisiting all of this once 1.0 comes out. I've got a whole video that's going to be talking about 1.0, and I'm really excited to see what happens. There's so much coming up in 7 Days to Die. I'm going to be covering it. Super excited about it. But right now, let's talk about stealth. So, first and foremost, you're going to need some gear. Cover that in just a minute. And some other buff things. Get to that after the gear. First and foremost, let's go over skills. Under perception, the only thing that I leveled the perception up to 8 and took the penetrator. The reason that is because the first part of it that is valid through all of it is you ignore 10% of armor with firearms and archery. In addition, 20% on anything with target armor reduction. That adds to it. So, for instance, the spear has target armor reduction of 50%. With that perk, that first level of the perk, it adds an additional 20% onto it. As far as I can tell, it's adding on to it. Not exactly sure how I would test out all of that, but I'll figure it out. So we have the penetrator perk all the way down to 4. This is where things can go slightly different. You could go with a lever action hunting sniper rifles and get even more additional targets penetrated through. As is right now with a pistol, I already penetrate through at least 2 targets, which is fine. But this, the 4th perk on here, gives you ignore 20% of armor with firearms and archery. That's just blankets. And then an additional 50% on anything with target armor reduction. That means every time you hit something with your spear, you're negating armor. Because that's, if it adds onto it, great. Then it's negative 100%, you're negating armor. Even if it's not. Let's say it only does 50% of what's left after the ability of the spear. You're still negating 75% of their armor. If you actually think about it logically. Which is great. Absolutely awesome. That's why I have the crossbow, the compound crossbow, and the steel spear, because the steel crossbow bolts have a target armor reduction of 50%. Plus whatever the penetrator perk gives it. So it does a stupid amount of damage, even though I don't have any perks that increase its damage. but I do. I'll show you that in a minute. But also, AP ammo is target armor reduction. So not only am I getting an additional penetration from the fact that these are firearms, but also the ammo I'm using is target armor reduction. So it's nuts. So then that's done. We have nothing in strength. We have nothing in fortitude. This is a glass cannon build. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't get hit. In agility, we have 10 out of 10. And yes, I have points available, but I am also level 71, so I only have points in up to level 50. Let's get that out of the way. So 10 out of 10 agility. And what that's going to do is, even with my... and whatever. So at the top, you deal 300% headshot damage and have a 50% chance to dismember with bows, handguns, and knives. That's all I'm using. The compound crossbow, I don't need points in archery to do a ridiculous amount of damage to a zombie's head when I'm sneaking around. So that's one. Two, it does actually more damage than the compound bow itself. So using the crossbow, it makes that a lot easier. Plus, you can put a scope on it, 2x scope. Makes it great. The spear is just in case there's a big guy that you want to keep at beyond arm's length. That's actually attacking you. Well, you don't want them to hit you. But otherwise, nothing's going to see you. So now we go down this. We got 5 out of 5 in Gunslinger. It's going to be nuts. It's just crazy because all of the Gunslinger perks are relevant for pistols and SMG. So we just have a bonus here. Deep cuts, amazing. It adds so much bleed, slows them down so much. I'll be showing you this in a little bit. You can kill anything with just the hunting knife. Now, the reason I say the hunting knife is the hunting knife is not much different as far as damage than the machete. It's actually exactly half the damage, and the machete is exactly twice the damage. However, the attack speed with the combat knife, or the hunting knife, is exactly double of the machete. So in the same amount of time that you're doing one hit with the machete, I just did 2 hits with the hunting knife and did the same amount of damage, but it also gives me an ability to crit more often because I'm attacking more, and I'm adding bleed. I'm stacking a ridiculous amount of bleed because of the deep cuts. Inflict up to 7 bleeding wounds on an enemy, and a power attack inflicts 5. So if I run up, power attack, and then light attack, run away, they're gonna have a ridiculous, all 7 bleed on them and dying rapidly. And we'll show you how that works here in a little bit. If I can actually find something that could live through me stabbing them. So it's really interesting on how this one works. Then we got 2 out of 4 on light armor, got 4 out of 4 parkour. This is your survivability point right here. You are jumping and evading. You don't want to get hit. And then of course you have your hidden striking from the shadows. This is phenomenal at sneaking through things. I went through the entirety of Dashong Tower. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. But I went through the entirety of Dashong Tower without waking anything up unless I accidentally walked into them. So a couple of times I woke stuff up, but that was because I screwed up or the game just gave me the finger. Otherwise, total silence. The big thing you want to make sure that you have on you when you're going through some of these places are frames. the are these frames right here. I never know where I put any of my stuff. These right here. You just want 10 of these on you at all times so you can build a path around trigger spawns, which you can. So on the top of Dashong Tower, when you come out of the stairwell and you walk around the corner, right there is a trigger. It wakes everything up on the roof. But if you stair step up the side of the stairwell, and then with a silenced weapon and sneaking, you take out everything on top of it, then you can get up there and start sniping other zombies around the area. And if you sneak around the whole thing, you can take out 99% of them without any of them waking up, and the ones that do wake up still don't know where you are. It's phenomenal. One of these days I'll have to do it on live stream and show you guys. It's crazy. But at the end of this, I will run through probably the hospital and a horde and show you guys that this build is absolutely viable in certain situations. And those certain situations are, don't do it on a prison. The prison, I really don't think this one would work at all, because there's so many trigger spawns and you would have to know them like the back of your hand for it to function. So, I mean, if you know where all the triggers are, have at it. But most places, it's not going to work. Now, in multiplayer, if I were to make sure that I had no light on me, and I was right here, I would easily be able to snipe. And one thing we have noticed is on Horde Night, if zombies are focused on somebody else, they won't know you're there, even though it says that they know you're there. And you can get sneak attacks. And it's absolutely phenomenal. I wish I could actually show this in multiplayer, but I just don't have time to gather everything. But we'll show you the next horde that I'm going to do. And it'll be sped up, and it'll be to some music or whatever. Same thing with the hospital. But this build is phenomenal. You want and so you don't have to worry about space. You definitely want to go with the SMG and the 9mm pistol, because you're using the same ammo for both. Don't need to worry about the 44 or anything, because it doesn't make any sense, honestly. This pistol with all these perks is just fine, and the SMG with these perks also, I mean, it tears them down pretty. Let me show you this. Why can't I move? Oh, you know what? Because I stood up underneath that. Yeah, if you build this, you go underneath this. Don't stand up when you're underneath that. You'll get stuck. All right, so let's go ahead and get a guy with a lot of health, so I can show you this, because we want the hunting knife, 9mm pistol, SMG, compound crossbow, and steel spear. These are just to break stuff in POIs. If you don't have the right perk book. Perk book that I'm talking about is the urban one. Number 3, sneaking over trash makes no sound. That is absolutely phenomenal. So is the sneak landings. I mean, you want all the urban combat stuff. Okay, the entirety. Especially the bonus to it. Silencers have no damage penalty. Also, you want all the military gear, but you mainly want the ghillie suit. You can get your hands on the ghillie suit. It's amazing, because it's gonna hurt. Is that the shirt? Why is it not? It looks ridiculous, but I'll tell you what, you are super quiet with the ghillie suit. It looks absolutely hilarious. I hope they work on the model, because looks kind of ridiculous. But hey, it works, because the headpiece has -7 visibility. The jackets and the pants both have -7 visibility, but also the -5 on the noise. If I were to put my pants on, I would have +5 on the noise. The helmet, I'd have +15 on my on the noise. So you definitely want to, when you're sneaking through places, you definitely want to go with. Let's go ahead and get somebody out here to test. I just want one. And let's go with Hawaiian Radiated. Okay. Now he has 1,267 health. Okay. I'm in God mode. He can't kill me, but I wanted to show you this. Two heavy attacks, and he's got a full bleed on him. And I believe every time you stab him, it refreshes the... kill them with a stab, you can wait for them to die. Now I want to see if I can run way over here and get him to lose me. Nope. Lead ran out. Massively slowed down when I stab him. That's another thing that it does, is it slows him down. There's that. And that wasn't even a sneak attack. So now let's go to the pistol, and I'm going to show you how well this works. Let's just go ahead and go with the Hawaiian again, because he's got enough health. I'm not going to kill him if he sees. So this one's got 1550 without aiming at his head. Goes down to 1365. So pretty decent amount of damage. But hit his head, took 300 health away, right? So, I mean, it takes quite a few, but if I can get them when they're sleeping, it'll take their head off. Because it adds in the sleep peak damage. So then the SMG. See how well this does. This guy's got 1322. Dead. You can put a lot of bullets downrange with it. Now let's see if I can get one not looking at me and not seeing me, or this. I want to see if I can. This one's got 1533 health. Half his health gone right there. I don't even have any points in this. Hey. If I had points in it, he would have been dead. But still, I mean, you can do it however you want. All right, so spear. He did smack me once, but I'm in God mode, so yeah. Fairly irradiated fat guys. What about cops? Most of the time right now, I've only been seeing regular cops, so we'll just do the... I did not want the irradiated cop. One. Who has 431 health. Still was able to kill him before he blew up. Just my hunting there. So just running around this build, pretty good. So I'm going to stop my commentary and show you the speed run of the hospital, and then silence. I won't actually. I'm going to try my best not to wake anybody up. And then I will do a Horde Night with this build, show you how that turns out. Now, my Horde Night, I will be getting Demolishers because I'm gauged. So, I will be getting Demolishers. So, I will leave you with that. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. If any of this was remotely helpful, please hit the like button. Want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you on the flip side.